Hi everyone, it's Marylu, and I have 3 stories to read today. 2 of them are just 1-minute stories, and then the next one's a bit longer. So we'll start with these 1-minute stories from um, the Old Testament, and Shari Lewis is the one who wrote them, put them together. The first story is David and Goliath. Israel was attacked by the Philistines. So a shepherd named David left his father's flock and went to King Saul's camp to see if he could help. Goliath, a giant Philistine warrior, stood alone on the battlefield, covered in armor and carrying a spear with an iron point bigger than David's head. "Let any Israelite come out and fight," bellowed the giant. "If you can kill me, the war will end and my soldiers will go home." The Israelites were afraid, but David said to King Saul, "I will kill the giant." The king laughed. "Goliath can blow a boy like you away with a breath." "I've killed lions with my slingshot when they attacked my father's sheep," said David. "If I can kill a lion, I can kill this overgrown Philistine." The king saw that David had the Spirit of God, so he agreed. Carrying only his slingshot and a few stones, David walked onto the battlefield. The giant ran forward with his weapons raised. David quickly put a stone in his sling and pulled back as fast as he could. A little stone flew through the air like a bolt of lightning, struck Goliath in the forehead, and the giant fell dead at David's feet. What a story of trusting God to be our protectors. The next story is called Jonah and the Huge Fish. In the town of Nineveh, God was forgotten and people were mean to each other. Angered, God told Jonah to go to Nineveh and save the people from their wicked ways. Jonah was scared and didn't want to go, so he hopped onto a ship sailing for the town of Tarshish. "God won't find me in Tarshish. Nobody who's anybody goes there." But God saw Jonah, and he made a mighty storm at sea. The ship was in danger of sinking. The frightened sailors prayed to every idol they could think of, but the storm got worse. Jonah knew what God was doing. "If you'll throw me overboard," he said to the terrified sailors, "the winds will die and the sea will be calm again." So they dumped Jonah over the side, and in a flash, the storm ended. Now Jonah couldn't swim, so he thought he was finished. But suddenly, he was swallowed by a giant fish. Jonah began to pray. Right from the belly of that fish, Jonah prayed for 3 days and 3 nights. He promised to obey God's every command if he would only let him live. On the 4th day, God spoke, and the fish threw Jonah out onto the beach. This time, when God told Jonah to go save the people of Nineveh, he went quickly. That is quite the story of obeying God and seeing that he sees everything we do. This one is a great one to end the day. Right now it's evening time. So this is called When God Tucks in the Day. It is written by Allia Nolan and illustrated by Chi Chung. Once when God started to tuck in the day, some of his bunnies still wanted to play. We skipped and we hopped, we ate carrots galore. We wished the daylight would last 10 hours more. Then all of a sudden the sun yawned and fell over the mountains and into the dell. "Look," Mama said, "God is painting the sky. Let's watch, then go home to some hot cabbage pie." So Mama and I sat real quiet and still. We watched as God's clouds drifted over the hill. Mama, I asked, see the ducks overhead? I do, Mama said, and they're all going to bed. Yes, once when God started to tuck in the day, Father brought fireflies to light our way. When the sun goes to sleep, he said, God wakes the moon, and that means all bunnies should be asleep soon. So I played with the fireflies as we walked along, then glanced up ahead and saw Mama was gone. Come, little bunny, said Father, let's hurry. We had better get hopping, or Mama will worry. We found Mama waiting in a beautiful place. As she spoke, a soft, tender light shone down on her face. God has certainly made us a beautiful night, she said. Here come the stars. See them sparkling bright? Let's say thanks to the Lord, Mama said. Give him praise for his wonderful nights and his wonderful days. So we gazed at the star and we whispered a prayer, and I felt as though God's arms surrounded me there. There's the moon. So I hope you all are having a great day, and I want to say God bless you and enjoy your wonderful nights and your wonderful days. Bye-bye.